my workout number 3, a home workout just in the living room here. This is going to be the Challenging Times Fitness Challenge. Most of the stuff that I do is just, body weight exercises. I wear a hat just because I'm trying to stay warm when I'm getting warmed up. Probably ditch it. And there's a little bit of equipment today, not much. I've got a couple of chairs. I'll show you that in a second. Just a little bit of equipment. It's not very much. But you can do almost everything without it, or even skip those parts that require equipment. I try to give alternates as well. So I'm excited. This has been a really tough time lately because so many people are, freaked out. But this is a way for you to get a workout at home. If you really love this, then you can donate if you want. You don't have to. I got a PayPal link in the notes on this video, just to keep it going. And this is Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 8 to 9 a.m. So I'm going to get started here in like 1 minute. And again, if you're able to find a spot in your house, that's all you need for this. So if you're sheltering at home or quarantined, then this is something that you can do. All right, well, I'm going to start getting going here. Okay, so these are optional pieces of equipment today. It's the 2 chairs. Make sure that you have stable chairs that aren't going to collapse on you, because we're going to put our weight on them a little bit. And then you're also going to want a broom handle. Something like this would be useful because it's pretty sturdy. Don't use something that's really flimsy. I don't want anybody to get hurt and tell me that I'm a fraud, although I might be anyway. But okay, and then this other piece of equipment is a band. This is also optional, but this is just a layered resistance band. It's one of my older ones. It's peeling a little bit, but it's not breaking. That's just a surface thing. So these are really cool. Dave the Bandman, resistance band training. He's got some really good ones, and then you can use 2 bands for this as well if you've got them. But I'll show you alternates for most of the exercises. Okay, so let's get started. This is going to be about a 45-minute workout. All right, here we go. Getting rid of the chairs. I'm going to put these to the side. Make sure you guys can see me. All right, so first off, we're going to start with our warm-up. And we're going to begin with just activity, mobility drills. So I'm going to start with a head circle going both ways, starting about 5 times, about 5 reps each one. And then I'm going to switch directions, go the other way. If you get dizzy at all on this, just slow it down a little bit. I do it a lot, so I'm used to it, but you can slow it down. You can be a little bit more careful. Watch when you go back. It's a little tough on the cervical vertebrae sometimes. And then I'm going to do my big arm circles next. Big arm circles. Kind of hard to see me with me being so backlit, huh? Put that up here. I don't know if that helped at all. Let me get another light. Okay, I don't know. This might help, might hinder a little bit. Okay, not quite as bad maybe, I don't know. Okay, other direction with the arms. And then we're going to do the rotator cuff stretch. So you're reaching back here. And then we're going to do rotation. Then we're going to do opposite hand to foot. So it's a big X position here, opposite hand to foot, all the way up and all the way down. Oh, there's my, you probably can't hear that from there, but my hip just popped, which is not bad. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad one. Actually felt pretty good. All right, so we're going to do this a couple more times. And I'm going to take a second to see who jumped on here. I got a comment. Yes, Tammy, good to see you. Hope you're doing good. I'm glad you're there. Awesome. Okay, we're going to do bent over Trump twist now. And this is horizontal to the ground with your upper body. And you try to keep your legs straight. And you're just like a propeller on a plane. Okay. I'm going to get that one going. All right, now we're going to do hula hips, which is a big giant hip circles all the way around. Usually makes everybody a little awkward feeling in a group, like we're doing some sort of a silly dance move, switch directions. But you're really trying to get those hip flexors stretched out and moving, and you know all those parts in your hips are needing to be warmed up. So we're going to get those warmed up, and then we're going to do knee circles. Same thing. You don't have to go super low. I see some people that do these. Yeah, whatever. You're just moving. You're not trying to stress the joint out that much. You're just getting some basic movement happening. Okay, now we're going to do the ankle circles, and I like to add the wrist circle. It's also a chance to balance on your standing leg. So we're going to get nice full circles. Try to go all the way around and then switch direction. So all those little spots that it doesn't want to go, you kind of want to go there. Okay, the other side. We're going to work the other side here. You notice I'm using the living room again today. I did the outdoor workout, the first workout. Workout 2 was in the living room, workout 3 in the living room, switch directions. And I just want to make sure everybody can do it and you don't feel like you can't do it. So everybody's got some little, 3x3 space. So I'm going to try to do most of my workout in this tiny space. Jumping jacks to 20 or so. Just get the blood pumping, get the joints warmed up, get the knees, ankles. I stop counting, doesn't really matter. I'm going to do the Bob Ross version, just yay. Just happy little trees, happy little jumping jacks. Here we go. Okay, so let's get the blood pumping. Here we go. All right. Good. All right, so then now we're going to do some of the ones that we worked on workout 2. We're going to do that downward dog into push-up, kind of like a warm-up. So I'm going to start with my downward dog. If you need a mat, you could use a mat. Sorry, forgot. That's another thing you could use. And then I'm going to swoop through dive bomber push-up, and if you want, you can reverse the dive bomber push-up. So the reverse is literally reversing the movement. If you can't do that, it's okay. Come down, and then just take your hips straight up from there. Boom. And then come down, and straight up from there. Come down, and then straight up from there. Come down. This is still just the warm-up, so we don't want to spend too much time on that. Okay, from here, we're going to do something crazy. We're going to take our legs straight back behind us, as high as we can. Stretch it out. So I'm doing my stretch and my calf and hamstring, and I'm kicking my leg up. I'm going to do the other side. And I'm not that flexible, so I'm sure you could do some version of it, right? Some version of that. Kick that leg up. Good. All right. Now we're going to take the leg through. We're going to do a little bit of stretching, just a little bit here, and we're going to press this runner's stretch. We're going to take the same elbow as leg, and we're going to press down into the floor next to your heel, and we're going to stretch out mostly inner thigh, hip flexor, hamstring. I'm going to put my same hand on my foot, and I'm going to bend and straighten that leg. This is kind of a warm-up version of stretching. It's a little bit dynamic, and we're moving. We're keeping the blood pumping. I'm not going to hold them for very long, so I'm not doing really intense static stretch. And then that same arm comes up, so if my right leg's up, my left hand's on the ground, and rotate. And I'm going to do a little rotation, just like that. If you want to see from the side, it's like this. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that leg and I'm going to let it open up, my knee open up, and I'm going to drive down toward the floor. If you can get to the floor here, great. Try to do it without rotating out that hip, because if I rotate that hip, I can just sit out. And that's fine too. And then I take my head toward the foot. But see if you can do it with that back leg straight, and obviously I'm not very flexible this way, so work with what you got. And then bring your foot in and come all the way to the ground. Stretching all the way to the ground. Just like that. Here. My daughter's in the background. She's getting up. She's watching. She thinks her dad's weird. No, you don't. No, she don't. She shook her head. Okay, other side. So now we're gonna do left leg, or if you already did it, switch to your right. And we're just gonna do a nice, easy lunge stretch. Take the same elbow. So if it's my left leg, I got my left elbow, and I'm gonna press to the ground. And this side, for some reason, is tight. Okay, and then I'm going to take my left hand, put it on my left foot, and bend and straighten here. I think you can walk around there, no problem. Bending and straightening, right hand down, left hand up, rotate. If you need to see that from the side, it's basically this. Thoracic spine getting warmed up a bit. Open up that knee. Remember that rotation. And we're going to keep the back leg straight and press down. A little bit different warm up today. I understand. I know. That's good. Changing it up on you. Bring your foot in and then drop all the way down to the ground. Stretching out. All the way in. Drop that leg. Drop that hip. You can tell it's been a while since I've done those stretches. Okay, those are the basic ones we're going to start with. Okay, that's our warm-up. I think we're okay. I think we warmed up sufficiently. Let's move on. Okay, now, like I told you earlier, there's some equipment today, so if you're just joining me, it's not, you can skip this if you want, and it won't be that long, but I want to show you something with chairs. So you're going to grab some chairs. Hopefully they are stable chairs, okay? Don't use folding plastic chairs unless you're really crazy. They might be really good ones, I don't know. So I got 2 chairs here, okay? And the first one we're gonna do, we want them to be strong enough so that when we have them close together, we can stand here, we can put some weight on them. We can put some weight on them. Okay, so that is the goal of those chairs. If you can put weight on them and they don't collapse, then they're good enough. And it's gonna be tough on the hands, I get it. You have gloves, you could use gloves, or you could just tough it out. It's toughness training for life. You know, I always say that, hold on you guys, look at this. I have a book in my bookshelf called Toughness Training for Life. And that's where I got that phrase. And there's even sports conditioning stuff in it. Anyway, so if you hear me saying that, that's where that came from. Toughness training for life. So this is a toughness training for life moment. And we are going to be doing dips, okay, and shoulder shrugs. So for the dip, I'm going to let myself come all the way to the ground. I'm going to stretch out. Notice my feet are on the ground. And I'm going to press up and then come back down. So this is tricky because you could think, well, I'm just going to use my legs and I don't use my arms at all. You want to focus on using your arms and your legs about 50-50 at first. So my legs are helping and then my arms take over. And then try to use your legs a little less. They're there. And then if you don't need them at all, you can try it without, but it's okay today. It's okay to do them with your legs. Most people don't have the upper body strength to do the full dip. Heck, I don't have what I used to, but I can do them a little bit, but I don't want to hurt my shoulder, especially when I'm still kind of warming up, still loosening up. So I'm going to use my legs, but I'm not forgetting about my arms. I'm still trying to push with my arms, right? It's a tricky thing. I call it the assisted dip. Helpful legs. Okay, take a breather. Big shoulder circles. Little stretch where you grab behind, lift up. You can even use your chair, theoretically, to do that. Actually, you could just do this and come down. Stretch out your shoulders for a minute. And hang out down there. Although this is nice to open up the chest. Loosen them up, take a break. This is also a good chance to take your hat off and have some water. Quick water break here. Okay. How we doing? Are you still there? Yes, awesome. Okay, cool. And if you want to leave a shout out in the comments, I love it. That's always nice. It's always helpful. I'm surprised at who actually joins us on time. Usually I shoot a video like this expecting it to just be there for later. So I really appreciate, Tammy, you actually being on here live. That's so cool. All right, here we go. Getting back to it. Set number 2, we're gonna do 3 sets. We're coming down into our dip, back up. Now, by the way, if you have no chairs and you're like, what is this, how long is this guy gonna do this? Do the ones on the ground, okay? Or on a box, or anything that's elevated like this. You could do them even on one chair. Let's say you only had one chair. You would do them like this. I should have showed you guys this earlier. One chair here, okay? So like that on the one chair. I like having the effect of the parallel bars like in gymnastics. So that's why I'm doing it with the 2. You really feel like you can get it going. 1, 2, 3. We're going to 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, there's our 10 reps. Cool. Okay, another stretch. Hands back. I'm going to grab this light, see if this makes a difference. I don't know if that helps. I think the lighting's just bad. Someday I'll get some good lighting for you guys. I got a comment. Still here, best place to be on Monday morning. Still sore from Friday. Sore from Friday. Awesome. Thank you, Tammy. That's cool. I was sore too. All right, 3rd set. Here we go. And 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice I'm lifting my feet up a little bit more this time. 5 or 6, 7 or so. 8. Talking, trying to demonstrate, working out, and looking at this Facebook Live thing at the same time was tough. That's our 3 sets. Let's do this. Let's stretch out by coming down. If you have your chairs parallel, you can do the stretch here. Try to keep your hips forward, look up. Oh, shoulders burning, right? That's what we want. Get those arms. Okay, now we're gonna do something that takes another piece of equipment. So I'm gonna give you a second. This is a broom. Anything that's a dowel, a rod, a broom, anything that could go between the 2 chairs. Okay, make sure it's strong enough to hold your weight. Don't use something flimsy and get hurt. And if you don't have this, you can just kind of hang out and watch and then figure it out later. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. Now, there's a couple ways to do this. I could have put the broom like on the top of the chairs and got more range of motion, but that's totally unsafe. You could, I mean, theoretically you could do it, but I'm going to show you the basic version so nobody gets hurt version. So I've got my dowel / broom between the 2 chairs near the bottom where it's really strong and stable, and I'm gonna move them apart just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. Oh, a little bit of Irish workout technique. Okay, so when we do it like this, I've got a little bit more room for my arms, but I still want to keep my arms wide out here where the dowel is going to be strong. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing my rows, because we never work those back muscles in these home workouts. It's always push-ups and everything, the rotators, exterior rotators, internal rotators, I mean, and not the external ones, not the back muscles. So I'm going to just do a half rep and hold it each time. So here we go, holding it for 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 5 seconds and rest. Okay, rest it out, rest. We're going to do, let's do 5 reps total, so 4 more with a 5-second hold. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. You should feel, if you're squeezing squeeze the shoulder blades together in the back. Pull those elbows back, right? How many have we done? 2. Let's do number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. If you're with me, I know this is crazy. I'm going to flip around just in case it helps to see a different angle. I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I'm going to give myself a little bit more room again. Okay, here we go. Number 5. Okay, you can move your chairs. It's not that tough to readjust a little bit. There we go. Here we go. What? 2 more sets. How about that? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. We only got 1 left. One more set. At least I only want to do 1 more set. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. That's actually a really good row for a home gym for $0. My chair and the broom. It's a pretty awesome way to do it, actually. Now we're going to do mini pulses, 1 set to 5 to finish it off. So we're going to pull up and we're going to do mini pulses, which are essentially mini pull-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was our finisher. Hope you enjoyed that. That was awesome. Thank you, Broom. Brought to you by the channel Broom and 2 chairs. Pull-ups, homemade row. I should call it, they're not pull-ups, they're rows. So all it was the broom, and we made some significant work outage happen there. Okay, so we're done with dips, and we are done with rows, so I'm going to get the chairs out of the way, and we're going to move on with the rest of the workout. This is a great time, if you were just getting your equipment together, to play catch-up, and or take a water break. We're doing a little water break. How are we doing in there? Awesome, good. Hopefully you can see me. The lighting is terrible. One day we'll get some better lighting for this. But hopefully you can at least follow along and figure out what I'm doing. Right on. Okay.
It doesn't look that dark from over here, but on the screen it is.
Yeah, on the screen it's really dark, isn't it? I wonder if this thing makes it worse. Or is this even worse? Is it darker now?
Yeah.
Or what if we open this? Does this help? I don't know. Actually, maybe that helps a little bit. What do you think, Kira? Yes or no?
Maybe a tiny bit.
Maybe a tiny bit. Okay. It ain't perfect, guys. Sorry. It's called Shelter at Home Quarantine Workout. Okay, so this is the Shelter at Home Challenging Times Fitness Challenge workout number 3. And we're going to use a band now. Now, if you do not have a band, you could lift up little dumbbells. You could paint cans, jugs of water, anything like that you can hold on to. Because I'm just doing basic stuff. I'm going to do bicep curl. So my bicep curl today is going to be standing on my band. And I'm going to do hammer curl. Because I like my hammer curls. And this is going to be to 30. So I did 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So I just turned to the side so you can see that I'm trying to stand up nice and tall with good posture. It's a little challenging at times. All right, so that was our bicep curl. We're almost done. This is a lot of arms today, but we are going to do legs. So the next one, you do not need a band, but if you have it, or if you have your weights, use it. We're going to do squats. We are going to be doing some squats, and we're going to do 3 sets of 10 different kind of squats, okay, if you have a band. First one is our front squat. So with the band, you take it up over your shoulders, okay, cross your wrists, use your forefinger and thumb to keep it off your neck, keep your elbow up. If you don't have a band, just have your hands up like this, and keep your head up. Stick the butt out. 1, head up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's my first set. Again, 3 sets of 10. My second set today, if you have a band, you're going to do, this is the hardest one. You're going to squat with a press overhead. If you got dumbbells, work great with that. If you don't have any equipment, just go through the motions without the added resistance. 3 sets of 10. This is set number 2 out of 10. I'm going to bring my elbows to my knees and then drive all the way up straight over my head. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, that's a tough one. That's with the band or with weights, okay? So we did our 2 sets, we got a 3rd set to go. Catching your breath a little bit. Okay, this one, we're gonna do the hardest one. Well, I said last time was the hardest one, didn't I? This is even harder than the hardest one. This is the, you're gonna hold as if you were in weight training, be like a snatch, overhead press, and you're gonna do a squat with your hands above your head, trying to take your hands behind you, behind your ears as you squat. So you're gonna have this really awkward and yet awesome exercise that helps your back along with your legs. So we have 10 more reps, hands up and back. 1, now I'm not great at it, I'm gonna admit. 2, I gotta work on this one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are you cheering for me?
Yeah.
I got a cheerleader over here. Oh, that was intense. Crazy. Take a little break. Woo, catch your breath. All right. So we're going to be doing, next up, we're going to be doing some of our body weight exercises. You do not need this. So if you've been frustrated with me the whole time about using equipment, even though I said it wasn't, you don't have to worry now. We're done with equipment. We're going to be doing some tough exercises that are kind of a combination of strength and stability training. So a little bit more functional training stuff. And we're going to be doing a, if you know the Tipsy Bird exercise I do, it's kind of like that. Okay, so the first one we're going to do, because we just worked some of these legs, we're going to work them harder. I'm going to take my one leg back. I'm going to just start with my left leg. I'm going to take it back as far as I can. And I'm going to go ahead and touch the ground and come back up. Simple exercise, right? But this leg, standing leg is straight, back leg is straight, and I'm going to try to keep a straight line from my head to my toe, which is tough, because I could do this without lifting my leg, but I want to lift my leg as I lower my body. I'm going to touch the ground, and I'm going to come back up to neutral. All the way down. I'm going to touch, come back up to neutral. Okay. This is a tough one. If you really are going for it, you'll feel it in the hamstring and the calf, sometimes the hips too. Let's try one more of those. Okay, now we get the other leg to do. Right into it, no break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. All right. We're going to review a workout, an exercise from the first workout, workout 1. And this is the plie squat, not plie, sorry, curtsy squat. I said it wrong the first time too. Curtsy squat. So we're going to do 5 to each side right now. So that's where you cross behind. You come down as low as you can reasonably. Back to neutral, cross behind the other direction. Boom. Now if you have a little bit more space, you take a bigger step. And all the way down. Take a bigger step. That's 2 on each side. Let's do 3. I'm hoping your legs are feeling it. There's 4. And then 5. Cool. All right, now we get to do our single leg squat. Okay, now this is tricky. This is like a reverse lunge, but we try not to put the back leg down unless you have to. Okay, so this one, I take my foot back and I go into my squat and then I just bring it back up together. But if I want, I can just tap my toe a little bit, but you'll notice that all of a sudden it gets way easier, okay? So see how long you can go without putting your foot down in the back. Keeping your weight over the front leg, driving off the ground with your whole foot, especially your heel, and staying centered over that front leg. It's like 90% front leg, 10% or less back leg. We're gonna try to do 10 of these. Here we go. I'm on my right leg in case you are wondering. And 1, and 2, and 3. You can also drive your leg back like this. 4, and bring it through. I forgot to say that. 5. That's a nice way to do it. 6, 7, 8. Test yourself out on 9 and 10 and let your foot touch and go lower. 9. Let your foot touch and go lower. 10. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Right leg's burning. Love it. Okay, same thing on the other leg. I'm on my left leg now, and I'm going to be working on staying forward, right, over that front leg. The force is all on that foot. It's not on my back leg. I'm going to drive it back. Here we go. 1. Bring it through. 2. Bring it through. 3. 4. 5. This leg is unstable today compared to the other one. 6. You kind of learn things about your body as you go here. 7. 8. Test yourself out on 9 and 10. 9. Oh. 10. Go all the way down. Let the toe touch. 10. All right. Good job. Hey, if you're with me right now, man, and you've been following along, your legs are probably on fire. I hope they are. Let me know, Tammy, if they're on fire. Are you still on? Yeah. When you get a chance, peel yourself off the ground or whatever. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Here we go. So, taking a little water break. Taking a little water break. Okay. So, we have done, just a quick recap because we have 15 minutes left. So, we have done a warm-up, mobility drills, and jumping jacks, and then a little bit of dynamic stretching, sort of, right? Just a little, 10 minutes. And then we did with the chairs, we did today our dips, 3 sets of 10. And we didn't do the shoulder shrug part because I decided to move on. Just so you know, I mentioned it if you're paying attention, but it was really about the dips anyway. And then the second thing is we did the rows, 3 sets of 5, half reps, or holds, static contraction holds, plyometric holds, and then we did a little set of minis, right? Okay, and then we moved on to the bands with the bicep curl, and we did our squats, or weights, bands or weights, and then we've done some single leg exercises, body weight exercises. So we've done a lot already. So with the remaining time, we're gonna move on to core, okay? Now I lied again, I'm so terrible. One of my clients tell me I lie all the time. I tell them they've only done 15 reps when they've actually done 20, that kind of thing. So I am gonna grab the band for this. You don't need the band for this, but I like the band. It makes it so that I get a really good workout in less time because it increases the intensity significantly. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the band around my back, lower back in particular, because that'll activate my core more. And I'm gonna, just like I'm putting on a belt, and then I'm gonna put my thumbs in it, and then all the way to my hands, like this. And I'm gonna press that forward while I'm doing a push-up position. And today we're gonna do mountain climber, toe taps, knee taps, standard plank, and a few other things. You just have to follow along. If you do not have a band or just don't wanna do the band because maybe you're not ready for the band yet, you can do this body weight exercise only with no band. So it's great, you can do either one. If you find yourself thinking what we do is too easy and you don't have a band, but a band is too hard, then a lot of people are in that place. So what you want to do is just after the workout's over, maybe do a couple more sets and get to the point where it's so easy to do it without a band that you have to use a band, and then get one. And if you don't know, just contact me. I can help you, hook you up with where to go. Dave the Band Man is my connection. He's got the best bands. All right, here we go. Push-up position. Okay, I got my legs up, and right away I'm feeling the intensity of that, and I'm going to do a mountain climber toe tap. Now the toe tap is just tap that toe. Also notice I'm not doing the running mountain climber. I'm doing the slow-mo one. And I'm just going to keep pressing these out. And 5, I'll just call that 5 anyway. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, now take a break. Ah, that is nice. That is nice. Okay, Lots of core, arms, everything. We're gonna do 2 more sets of this exercise. One more set of this exercise and another 2 sets of the knee tap. So one more of the mountain climber toe tap slow, not the running mountain climber, okay? Here we go. And we've got 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. If you're hanging in there with me, I appreciate you. I only do this because I know that somebody's watching. See, you need that. You need a group. You need people to work together with, a community. I really miss you guys a lot, by the way, meeting there at the soccer dome or park or whatever. But we got to do the right thing, and we got to keep it shut down. It's the way it is. All right, so we have another set. I'm going to actually take a little water break just because I want to be fresh for the next one. I'll take a second more. Don't worry, we got the time. We're going to be fine. Okay, now I'm going to jump in here on the band. I'm going to be taking this again around the back, hook the thumbs in, try to keep it in the lower back. If you put it in the upper, you get more emphasis on the upper body, okay? You can also do a split where one of the bands is low and one of the bands is mid or high. That's another alternative. But for now, focusing on keeping it low if we can. And we're going to do knee taps, okay? So knee taps, pressing it out. And I'm just going to drop my knees and press them on the ground and then back up. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Holding, belly button to spine. Tighten it all up in the abs and the core. And then take a breather. Nice job. How are we doing? Everybody doing okay? All right, good. Everybody still okay? All right. So next one we're going to do is the same one because I said we do 2 sets. Here we go. Same thing. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hands under the shoulders. 8, 9, 10. Take a break. Good job. Awesome. Woo! We made it through those. We made it through those. And then I promised we would do a standard plank. I don't know why I promised that. That's insane. But we're going to do it. So you take your band and you bring it up. Now it's probably going to end up in the middle back or upper back anyway, so just put it in the middle back already instead of the lower. You take this up, you bring it to here, and your elbows on the ground. Forearms is taking the pressure, not your elbow, but your entire forearm. You're spreading the weight throughout. And I hook my thumbs into here like this, and I push down, and I keep my nose over my thumbs, and your elbows underneath your shoulders. Try to have your butt straight, no peaks or valleys. Here we go. We're going to count down from 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, you want to count? 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Oh, yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy. If you just did the plank, I'm proud of you. Even if you didn't use a band, either way, it's really tough. Okay, we're getting close to being done. We got a couple more. We got one more challenging exercise to do today, and it's V-ups. And just do your best you can. V-ups are really tough if you've never done them, if you haven't done them in a while, or if you haven't done enough of them. So we're gonna do 3 sets of 10 today. And what I'd like you to do on the V-ups is to try to keep your legs straight and your arms straight the whole time, and your arms are above your head, and you're going to try to bring your feet up and your legs up, not one or the other. So it's going to look like this, like that, from the side. I'm going to hit a couch, but close enough. Okay, this kind of angle, whatever. I've already done 3. I'm giving myself credit for those 3, by the way. You got to do 7. You 7 more with me. We're gonna do 3 sets of 10. On the V-ups, if you can't move that high, it's okay. If you can't touch your shoelaces or your feet, just try to take your hands to your shins. If you can't touch your shins, take your hands to your knees. There's always something you can touch. The idea is you're getting your shoulders off the ground and you're getting your legs off the ground. And ideally, your hips and shoulders off the ground and meeting in the middle, which I can't even do. I mean, there's an ideal there that is almost impossible to achieve, but we're going to try. V-ups works everything, by the way. It is abs, it is core, it is legs. It's a lot. Here we go. 7 more in our first set, and 3 or 4, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, gymnastics is easier when you're a kid. All right, that's what we learned there. Okay, so we got our first set out of the way. We're taking a breather here. Now we're going to do set 2. Set 2. And by the way, this is also toughness training for life. This and burpees, Spider-Man crawl, army crawl. We just do those for an hour. I think everyone would get in great shape. Either that or they would just be angry at the world, and they'd have so much pain to be focused on, they wouldn't notice everything else that's going on. Maybe that's a good thing. Here we go, set number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that set 2? Did I do 2, Kira? Am I on set 2? Am I on set 3 now? I think I'm on set 3. See, my brain is already leaving. You do enough of these and you just there's a fog. So, set 3. I need you to count. Can you count for me on this one? Yeah. Nice and loud. Okay, here we go, set 3. We're going to do it now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, that's so painful. And now we're going to stretch that one out. We're going to press the hips to the ground and looking up and away. I think in yoga they call this like cobra or something. I don't know. Stretch it. Kira wants to join just on the stretching part. Okay. That is such a tough exercise. And now I'm going to push myself back to my hips, my butt back to my heels, child's pose kind of thing. Relax and squish down. Just enough time for our stretches, guys. Okay, we're going to quickly go through the ones we did at the beginning, which is right foot forward, right elbow to the ground, pressing through here. I'm only going to do a couple of these just as I'm catching my breath, and then I'm going to do the couch stretch for quads, and I'm going to do my little seated hip stretch pretzel. Bend and straighten that front knee. Left hand down, right hand up. A little rotation here. I'm just doing a couple of them. Open up my hip. And then bring your foot in and come all the way down. Reaching forward. Drop that hip down.
My glasses are getting smashed.
Yeah, glasses will get smashed. Other side. Now you're working on just opening up that hip flexor. Left elbow down to the ground next to the left heel. Bend and straighten that front leg. Right hand down, left hand up. Drop your left knee, open it up. I can't go that far on this one. I'm probably a big letdown for a lot of people watching right now. If you're seeing the recording of this, you're like, that guy's not that flexible. Good, that means you can do it too. Pull your foot in, drop your hip. I know we just went off camera, but oh well. You guys get the point. Okay, and now we're gonna do our seated pretzel hip stretch. So on this one, you basically have your bottom leg at 90, put the other leg over that knee. So I've got my left leg down, my right leg over. Doesn't matter which, just pick one. And then I'm trying to get my sits bones, my butt bones down on the ground, sitting up nice and tall. Now if you want to hug your knee and come forward, or even pull it over and twist over, that's a good way too if you want to go to the right. But I get a great stretch just sitting
Can I
here.
go like this?
Yes, but actually get a better stretch if you keep your feet away from your butt. It's better because it twists you more. It's easier if you bring them in. Switch legs. My right leg down at a 90-degree angles. My left leg over. And I had a client ask me this once, which was, is it okay to let this foot off the ground? Yeah, that doesn't matter. It's more important to get the hip down. If you can have the hip down and foot down, that's fine. But I actually like to let it come up so I can get even more hip stretch going on. Man, I'm sweating. You guys sweating? Hope so. Hope you had a good workout. We're just about done for the day. And you can check it off the list and go, I did a workout today. Awesome. I did a good workout today. That was a tough workout today. If you have questions or comments, leave them for me here. Especially if you liked the workout or didn't like it. Give me some feedback. I know there's a survey feature. I didn't use that, but just, leave a comment what you liked. If you had a good time, if you thought it was tough. On a scale of 1 to 10, if you thought it was a 10, meaning ridiculously so hard you couldn't do it at all and can only do it for like 5 seconds and you pass out, or a 0, which is there's no workout happening. A 1 is like you barely noticed it was even there, or somewhere in between. Leave me a rank 1 through 10 on the difficulty of this workout, your perceived exertion level. Okay, couch stretch time. Couch stretch time. Up against the couch, put your knee on the ground, and this is a stretch for some people right here. If you can, bring your foot forward like this, and then drive your hips forward. My quads are so tight right now that I can't do anything more than this. That's it. That is it. And if you have the time, you could repeat these stretches and hold them longer. If you got the time, might as well spend a little bit more time on the stretching. It's good for you. Okay, switching legs. And while we're doing this, I'll talk to you about what you could do outside of here if you're looking for extra workouts more than my Monday, Wednesday, Friday gig. The idea of these is typically to do a kind of cross training. So it's like it's a little bit of strength. It's all functional training. It's strength. It's a little bit of cardio. It's a little bit of high intensity interval kind of training, or Tabatas kind of style workout. And it's a little bit more on the cardio side and the body weight training side than something like maybe CrossFit. I love my brothers and sisters in CrossFit. That's awesome. This is just a little bit different style, but you'll see them doing similar types of things, or gymnastics workouts are similar to this, or wrestling. These are kind of like those calisthenic type workouts, but they're kind of borderline high intensity at times, right? So what we want to do on our off days is something that's totally different. So for example, just doing straight cardio, like taking a walk, going jogging, swimming, cycling. Those would be great things to do on your Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Dance, aerobic activity, something. Another option would be to do yoga for more on the flexibility side, since we obviously don't do enough of that, or very much of that. That would be a good contrast. Tai Chi, martial arts, something else that's a very different, or just play a sport if you're into sports. Do something that gets you moving so that the lactic acid can get flushed out of your system. And we are almost done. We're going to do one final stretch, which is we're going to do our straddle. And I've got a partner. You don't need one. Partner optional. And then I'm gonna tug on the partner hands. Let her straighten out her back. Try to bring your lower back down to the ground. Yeah, your stomach instead of just your head. Yep. All right, my turn. And then that's it. That's as far as old Daddy Jesse can go. Pull, 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 pull.
Pulley, 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 pulley.
There we go. And then I'm going to take my left hand up and over to my right leg, and my right arm's going to pull through. If If you don't remember rights and lefts, just do the opposite hand. And I'm gonna rotate and pull. I'm reaching for that foot, but I'm also rotating at the same time.
You got my foot.
And then I'm gonna go to the other way, other hand over, rotate through. Kira's demonstrating the proper technique. I'm gonna pull her through this way. You put your head on the ground.
No.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, but you don't want to ruin your form. Good job there. All right, you guys, thank you for joining us. We'll be back. What day is it today? Is this Monday?
Monday.
This is a Monday. This was workout number 3 in the Challenging Times Fitness Challenge workout series at home, done in a living room or outside in the backyard. Just to let you know, if you really like this, I'll be back on Wednesday at 8 o'clock in the morning, live, and Friday at 8 o'clock in the morning, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, until this all, changes, and we can go back to regular workouts together. And if you like this, I left a link in the notes on this video to PayPal if you want to leave a donation. Totally optional, don't have to do it, but if you feel like supporting the cause here and keeping it going and giving me new ideas and motivation, and just to help out, since I am a trainer, it's one of the ways that I earn income to pay my bills, feed my family. Although I have other ways too, so I'm okay, you don't worry about me. But if you feel like supporting, you can, it's totally cool. No obligation. And then also, please, if you like, comment, share, that'd be nice. I wouldn't mind it, because it'd be nice to help some other people that are just at home turning into couch potatoes. All right, you guys, have a great day. We'll see you next time.